la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. That is, with the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. We openly bear witness that there is no God except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we witness, shahidun, we witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that he is rahmatul lin-nas, that he is a mercy to all the worlds. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Ameen. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us Yawm Jumu'ah, congregational prayer, feast of Allah. Jumu'ah is a blessing, Mubarakan, is a blessing from Allah, the Most High, that we as functioning Muslims, we should attend Jumu'ah for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is fardh, it's not even sunnah. This is obligatory. Jumu'ah is about cleansing of the nastikun. The Quran calls it the nastikun. The nastikun is your soul. If you look at the Fusha Arabiya, if you look at it, the English will say soul, self, but it's the nastikun is your soul. And our soul is what has to go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's very, very important. So your Jumu'ah is actually a purification of your soul. That's why it's done weekly. We need to be cleansed weekly from the stains of shaitan. And the stains of shaitan are everywhere. In fact, you're subconsciously soiled. You don't even know it. The senses are soiled by the smells you take in. That's pollution. Not just the senses, but to your soul. What you see on the billboards, what you hear on the radio, is pollution going into your soul. What you look on the TV, I don't have to tell you about that. Or on the website, that's pollution going into your soul. So you're constantly being soiled by shaitan. That's why we have to protect what our children look at on the website and on the TV. He's in control of the media. So he's constantly assaulting you without you're not even aware of it. This is shaitan. Allahu Akbar. So Jumu'ah is about cleaning yourself up. It's about cleansing. In fact, Allah said in the Quran that the Jumu'ah is shifa'un rahmatin. Shifa'un rahmatin. 6th surah. Shifa'un rahmatin. Shifa is healing. Allah is al-shifa, He's the healer. Rahmatin, mercy. So Jumu'ah is a healing and a mercy. It is shifa'un rahmatin. And that's what we need. We need to be healed, I know I do, and we need a rahmatin, we need mercy. Allahu Akbar. Now today, I just want to share a couple of concepts with you about Ramadan. Ramadan is about 10 days away, approximately, inshallah. And Allah says to us, to get us mentally prepared, Allah says in the Quran, He speaks briefly about Ramadan, preparation, not just the Ramadan, but the preparation. Why do we go through Ramadan once a year for 30 days? And every 11 days it moves up the calendar. You notice last year it was almost in June. Now it's moving up, it's in May. Next year it'll be closer to April. It moves up 11 days every year. Allah says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim in Baqarah, the 183 surah of the Quran, ayah of the Quran. He says, Ya ladina aminu kutiba alaykum siyamu kama kutiba alladina min qablikum la'ala tattaqun. Allahu Akbar. Now this is really beautiful because it gets right to Ramadan. It tells you what Ramadan is in one ayah, the whole ayah. He says, Ya ladina amanu. First Allah says, O you who believe. It doesn't say Muslim. There's a difference between a believer and a Muslim. He says, Ya ladina amanu. So Allah is talking to the believer, not the Muslim. Everything is Muslim. The stick-up artist is a Muslim. Improper, but they're still Muslims. He says, oh, you who believe. So Ramadan is technically for those who believe in Allah. Way beyond Muslim. Every believer is a Muslim, but every Muslim is not a believer. And some people have problems with that. And it's real simple. If Fajr prayer came in at 5:05 this morning and you turned over and went back to sleep, you're a Muslim, you're not a believer. This is real simple. Okay? So Allah says, Ya ladina amanu, O you who believe. So fasting is for believers. Okay? Fasting is prescribed to you as it was prescribed to those before you, that you may learn taktakun. It's simple. Love the Quran. No clouds, no confusion, no headaches, no migraines. Right to the point. I don't waste time. Human beings waste time. Oh, you who believe, male, female. So fasting is prescribed for you if you are a believer in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is prescribed. The word is kutabat. Haladina amanu kutabat. Kutabat means prescription. Okay? You go to the doctor, something wrong with you, he writes you a prescription. Look at the word, prescribe. Scribe is writing, Quran is writing, the doctor is writing. So kutabat means prescription for something that's bothering you. Okay? In fact, when he writes the prescription, you can't even read it. It's in Latin. You done paid $180 for this guy, and you can't even read what he wrote for you. Interesting. You have to take it to the pharmacist, and he deciphers the Latin, because it's in Latin, that he prescribed for you. Law don't do that. Law make it clear. He says, prescribe to those before, prescribe to you as it was prescribed to those before you, that you may learn self-restraint. That's the problem. That's the problem with humanity. Self-restraint. That's why we have Ramadan. So Allah reels you in every year for 30 days. 30 days He reels you in. Gotta clean you up. So now you don't eat during the day. You don't have sex during the day. You don't drink during the day. You don't gamble during the day. For 30 days. Ya ladina amanu kutiba alakumus siyamu. The fasting is called siyam. Siyam is burning. And you can see what's happening out here. The climate is heating up. Allahu Akbar. It's a burning. It's a burning. It's not just a physical fire. It's a spiritual burning, which is more intense. The fires of hell are more intense than the fires out here on these houses on the street. Believe me. Water will put the fire out here. Water won't put out the fire in hell. It's in the Quran. So Allah has written a prescription because Allah knows what's wrong with you and me. He is a shifa. I just said that when I opened up. He is a shifa. So He's writing a prescription to heal what's wrong with all humanity. He's the real doctor. Not some of these quacks we got that we go to. He's a real doctor. So Ramadan is a prescription to cure what is wrong with you, because our problem is we don't have self-restraint. Taktakun. That's the last word in the ayah. Think about it. Everything is vying to get your attention, your emotions, everything. Your family, the TV, your job, everything is trying to capture you, to sell you on their program. So Allah says that Ramadan is an opportunity for you to cleanse yourself. Taktakun, that's your problem. And when you think about it, you'll say, you know what, that's right. I don't spend enough time reading the Quran. Most of us wait till Ramadan comes to pick up the Quran to read the Quran. This is a fact, I know, because I teach a class, and that's exactly what they do. Not just here, all over. They put the Quran away up on the top of the wardrobe until Ramadan comes again. Then they go get the Quran with all the dust on it. Then they bring it back down. But Allah didn't give us the Quran for us to read it once a year. When Prophet Muhammad ﷺ received the Quran, he read the Quran daily. Daily. So the Ramadan that's approaching to you is an opportunity for you to cleanse yourself. Now I want to share this with you. Allah made fasting during this month an obligation for those who are able to do it. Anyone who comes closer to Allah through good deeds during this month as if he performed an obligatory duty. The Ramadan is an act of patience, in the month of patience, and the reward of patience is paradise. Ramadan is sabr, patience. Because for 30 days, you have to condition yourself not to do what you normally do. That takes willpower. That takes strength. It is the month of empathy, visiting the poor, the sick, and the needy, so as to share their sorrows. It is the month when the provisions of nourishment, sustenance, and income of the believers are blessed. Anyone who provides food or breaks a fast of iftar to a fasting individual is rewarded with his sins being forgiven and saved from the hellfire. So if you can't fast, and some of us should not be fasting, because I go through this every year. Some of us can't fast, and you shouldn't be fasting. If Allah, there's a provision in the Quran, Allah says if you're not able to fast, feed the poor. A glass of water, a glass of milk, a couple of dates, whatever. If you fast and you have a medical condition, you're disobeying Allah. If you fast and you know you have high blood pressure, you shouldn't be fasting. Because Allah has already made a provision for you. In fact, fasting when you're not supposed to is disobedience. See how I explain this? You're supposed to feed the poor if you're not able to fast. Sisters that are on menses cycles or pregnant, they shouldn't be fasting. Why? Because they're carrying life in their body. The child don't know nothing about fasting. So this is Allah's mercy on the human being. Some of the followers of Prophet Muhammad said, not all of us are able to find food to offer to a fasting individual so that he may break the fast. The Messenger of Allah said, Allah will reward the person who offers food to a fasting individual who breaks his fast, even if it's a single piece of a date or water or milk. Or just the ability to wish that you had something to help somebody with. You still get barakats from Allah. This is Ramadan. But the whole concept of Ramadan is to restrain yourself, the tatakun. That's our problem. That's the human being's problem, tatakun. Self-restraint. We can't restrain ourselves. We need something stronger than us. We can't do it. We need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because your emotions, your desires are part of your emotion. Your desires are here. Your emotions are here. Your desires are here. And then it involves the passion. I got to have this. That's passion talking. That ain't desire no more. You got to understand your composition as a human being. First you have your sensitivities, and then you have your desires, and then you have your passion. And Shaitan walks up to your passion. That's where he hides at. He's in your passion. Passion means, I got to have this thing. I want it. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what time it is. I'm hungry. I want my wife. I don't care what it is. That's passion talking. That's passion. See, passion can take you to hell if you don't yield it back in. So desire evolves up to passion. And that's the way Allah created us. There's nothing wrong with it, but you have to check it. Like you check everything else. You can't allow Shaitan to blow on your passion, or you be in Atlantic City rolling the cubes. Or getting high. Or being a player. Whatever they call it. You can't do that. You have to bring your passion in and make your passion work for you. I have a passion to start a school for the Muslims. That's good check passion. I have a program to help little girls. That's good passion. You checked it. So Ramadan is about checking your passion, your self-restraint, your tatakun, right in the Quran. That's your strength. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. So increase yourself and your habits. Your fasting is prescribed to you as it was prescribed to those before you, that you may learn tatakun. So fasting is no new thing. Moses did it, alayhi salam. Ibrahim did it, alayhi salam. Isa did it, alayhi salam. All of them did it. It's a universal concept for all human beings. It has nothing to do with just being Muslim. It's for everybody. So all human beings have the same problem, self-restraint. Allahu Akbar. Allah says here, the Ramadan is divided into 3 portions. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The first 10 days of Ramadan, which you're coming into, is going to be from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The mercy. The first 10 days of Ramadan is Allah's rahmatil. Rahmatil. I open up with that. With His mercy. So you're being bathed in the spiritual blessings of mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the first 10 days. And that's the beginning of the cleansing that I'm talking about. Don't forget now, put that back. Prescription. Ramadan is a spiritual prescription to cleanse yourself, to heal you from something that is bothering you, that you're not even conscious of. See, Shaitan is very subtle. He leaves footprints in your heart and mind. You don't even know he's there. You think it's you. It's not you, it's him. And that's in the Quran. So Allah knew that, so He says the Muslims should fast 30 days every year to cleanse themselves from the stains of Shaitan. Allahu Akbar. So we come into the first 10 days, the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then we come into the second 10, which is forgiveness. Allah is al-Ghafur. Ghafur means to forgive you. The most forgiving of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then the last 10 is protection from the hellfire. Don't forget this, because you're going to be in Ramadan in 10 days, inshallah. So that's why the first 10 days you feel one way. In the next 10 days you feel something different. I know because I do it. And the next 10 days you feel even different. So you're being evolved every 10 days in the month of Ramadan spiritually, and you're not even conscious of it. You feel differently if you're fasting for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the fasting is not pushing away from the food, from the dinner, from the halal soup. That's not the fast. The fast is abstaining from haram concepts and thoughts. Yes, that's the real fast. When you can stay away from things that give you haram ideas and thoughts and emotions, that's fasting. That's the real fast. Because you have gotten into tatakun, self-restraint. It takes muscle. It takes spiritual, mental muscle to push things away that are haram. You can't be a weak person. Muslims are not weak persons, male or female. You can't be a Muslim and be weak. You have to be strong. Ramadan is designed to strengthen your spiritual muscles. That's what it's for. So the real fast is to abstain, to spend more time with your family, with your wife, with your daughter, with your son, with other people. Spend more time reading the Quran to enlighten your intellect. It's a great time to evolve your consciousness, to learn more about the Quran, to ask Allah to bless you, to forgive other people. Ramadan is about patience. If you want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have patience with you, then you have to have patience with other people. Think about that. We always ask Allah, Ya Allah, please have patience on me. But what about you? You have to be patient towards other people. You think Allah's going to bless you will bless you and you don't have any patience for other people? That ain't going to happen. That's why this is tatakun. It is a cleansing. You ask Allah for mercy, and people come to you, and you have no mercy for other people. So the same thing that you're fasting for, that you want, now you have to give it to humanity. That's Ramadan. That's Al-Islam. So Allah tells us here that the Ramadan is designed for spiritual purification and mental enlightenment. Fasting for a fixed number of days, but if any of you are ill or on a journey, the prescribed number should be made up from days later. If you're journeying over 60 or 70, 80 miles, in some cases, you can make it up. You don't have to fast. You do it later. But you should make it up. And for those who can do it with hardship is a ransom, the feeding of one that is indignant, but he that will give more of his own free will, it is better for him or her if you fast. So we need to think about our Ramadan. How much pollution, how much has Shaitan assaulted your intellect without you not even know, you're not even conscious of it? We need to think about that. Ramadan goes into those cracks and crevices in your soul and exposes what's going on. The habits that you picked up since last Ramadan. All of us do. We pick up little habits and we think that's us. That's not us, that's Shaitan. So you have to do introspection of yourself. You got to check yourself. Don't let nobody else check. You check yourself. Am I operating on the frequency that I should be operating on? Or am I off here somewhere? You have to do that. Ramadan is designed to get you back to you. Let us think about this while we make the show. ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار آمين. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama salata ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim fil amina innaka hamidun majid. Allahu Akbar. Translation: O Allah, exalt Muhammad and the followers of Muhammad as thou did exalt Abraham and the followers of Abraham. O Allah, bless Muhammad and the followers of Muhammad as thou did bless Abraham and the followers of Abraham. In all the world, surely you are praised and magnified. Ameen. That is Salatul Nabiyun, that is the prayer of the prophets. Allahu Akbar. Now we're not going to hold you. I have great respect for your time. Your time is precious. I respect that. And we only have a little bit of time on this earth, whether we know it or not. So we need to use it very wisely while we still have time. Allah says here, Shaharu Ramadan unzila il-Quran. Ramadan is the month in which was sent down the Quran as Huda. That's the name of this masjid, Al Hadi. Huda, Hadi is guide. This masjid is guide. The guide, that's the name of Allah, that's his attribute. So the Quran was sent down as a guide to Linas, to mankind. Also clear signs for guidance and judgment between right and wrong, Furqan. So every one of you who is present at his home doing that much should spend it fasting if humanly possible. So Ramadan is for two things. First, to teach you self-restraint, tataqun. If you know you have a condition, you shouldn't be eating certain foods. But you're so weak that you give in to the foods. So that's tataqun. You have to strengthen yourself over what you have passion for. Could be a woman, could be a man, could be a dinner, could be a car, could be anything. Because when you put that in front of you, you've taken that person or that object in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. See, we worship things unconsciously. If we know, if you know that prayer is in at 5:05 in the morning and you have a problem getting up, you need to make some type of preparation. You need to have an alarm clock, 10 alarm clocks jumping off somewhere, so you get up and make the prayer. If you don't do that, then you're putting something in front of Allah, because it wasn't important for you to get up and make the prayer. And Allah said in the Quran, As-salatu khayrun min an-nawm, right? As-salatu khayrun min an-nawm. Y'all know what that means? That the salat is more important than the sleep. If you wake up to make Fajr prayer and the alarm goes off and you turn over and go back to sleep, that was Shaitan making you turn over. Not you. We have to understand what's happening. Shaitan will say, oh, well, I'll get up in a minute. That's Shaitan, that's not you. Ramadan is the month in which was sent down the Quran as Huda, guide to mankind. Also clear signs for guidance and judgment between al-Furqan, between what's right and wrong. So every one of you who is present at his home during that month should spend it fasting. If we are able to fast during the month of Ramadan, we should do it. More importantly, the eating should be the consumption of the Quran. We read 1/30 of the Quran every day. If you do that for 30 days, you complete the Quran, all 114 surahs. The real food during Ramadan is the reading of the Quran, because you're reading revelation from Allah. Those words are from Allah, from the creator of the heavens and the earth. Those words are going to go into your soul, which was created, and it's going to do a cleansing job. If you feed off of the Quran correctly in the Ramadan, at the end of 30 days, you will be a different person. You'll be a better person than you were before you started Ramadan. I bear witness. And some of you bear witness. So all you have to do is follow the training restraints that Allah gives you. You're in training in Ramadan. You're getting ready to battle. If you're a boxer, when Muhammad Ali trained, he got away from people. He went out in the country somewhere. Got away from people. Prophet Muhammad went up in a cave. Get away from people. Okay? So you have to put yourself in a position where you can follow those restraints and keep that discipline. Because if you keep that discipline, there's a mental and spiritual and financial reward coming to you at the end of 30 days. Allahu Akbar. So that's what we're approaching in 10 days. We have an opportunity to cleanse ourselves, to get rid of all the funk and the dunk and everything that's clotted up into our subconscious mind, to clean yourself up. But if any one of you is ill on the journey, the prescribed period should be made up by days later. Allah intends every facility for you. He does not want to put you into difficulty. He wants you to complete the prescribed period and to glorify Him, and that He has guided to you and chance that you may be grateful. Allahu Akbar. So that's what's happening for Muslims. The Muslim fast is the best fast, better than the Yahudis. Passover, that's what they call it. Or the Eid of Easter. You know, Esther. The Ramadan is the best fast. There's people talking about, I'm fasting, but I'm still drinking. That ain't no fast. Well, trying to sell me that the other day. Oh, we fasting. Well, what do you do? Oh, we drink, but we don't eat meat. Okay. What kind of fast is that? If you can't take in basic H2O oxygen water, when you push away from water, that's a fast. You can live without meat, but you can't live without water. We don't drink water. Your body needs water. Your body is 75% water. So if you have enough belief in Allah and enough passion to abstain for the sake of Allah, the fast is for Allah, not you, even though you benefit. The fast is for Allah. That's why even the breath gets bad. I know, but I smell a lot of brothers when it's fasting. Because you're losing moisture in your system. So all the smells come out of your gut, out of your digestion. I used to work in the prison, so I know. That's what happens. So you're actually abstaining for something that's natural for obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Akbar, that's beautiful. For Allah. In fact, Allah said in the Quran, the fast is for Him. Everything else is for you. So when you approach your fast, think about your 30-day trial. If you go into the fast with the right niyat, you all know what niyat is, the right intention, you'll be purified. You'll be a better brother or sister when you come out of the fast. When my servants ask thee concerning me, I am indeed close to them. I listen to the prayer of every supplicant when he or she calls on me. Let them also with a will listen to my call and believe in me, that they may walk in the right way. Ayat 186. So Allah hears our prayers. It's right here in the Quran. If all of us make prayer at the same time, Allah will hear each one of us precisely. We underestimate Allah. Allah is more powerful than you think He is in your mind. Believe me. We don't have enough brain cells in our brain to comprehend the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We weren't created that way. That's why when He comes to us, when He came to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, He couldn't come to Muhammad. He had to send Jibril. He had to send an angel. We don't have the constitution to look at Allah. We don't have the mind to even think of Allah fully. We can only get a portion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why the angel had to come to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the angel come to us. Oh yes. Angels visit you daily. Allahu Akbar. So the Ramadan is about a cleansing, a purification of your nafsikun. It's a cleansing of yourself. You should be a better family member, a better member of Masjid Al Hadi, a better member to give to the masjid, to help the masjid grow. Look at the carpet that you're sitting down on right now. 30 days ago, 40 days ago, you didn't have that carpet. Look at the walls. The walls have been cleansed and painted. That's Allah's sign for you at the masjid. He's showing you progress. That's Allah that did this. And He asked that we should give zakat to Masjid Al Hadi to continue that process. And those of you who did give, Allah is going to bless you. And those of you who didn't, you still have opportunity to do that. We know there's hardships, but whatever you can give is going to be a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Akbar. So whatever you can give to Masjid Al Hadi, Allah is going to bless you to grow. Because this is Baytul Allah, Baytul House of Allah. Say my masjid or Shahid or Donnell's masjid. This is Allah's masjid. When you make sajda on this carpet, you make it, this is Allah's house. And Allah said in the Quran, the masjid should be maintained by believers. That means I got to go in my pocket. I can't just talk this thing off. I got to get some kind of zakat to keep this carpet clean. Look at this carpet. You ever been in a masjid and you went down to make sajda and you smell somebody's funky socks or shoes? I have. You don't smell that down here. This is brand new carpet. I know it. So this is done for you, for the believers, to help the believers, to make it more comfortable for the believers. So how can we turn our backs on Masjid Al Hadi? Ow. Can't do that. And Allah says, وَإِذَا سَكَأَلَ إِبَادِي أَنِّي فَارِي قَرِيبٌ. When my servants ask thee concerning me, I am indeed close to them. I listen to the prayer of every supplicant when he calls on me. So Allah hears our prayer. You know, sometimes we think Allah don't hear it. He hears it. But He also says that let them listen to my call. And one of His calls is Ramadan. He's got 5 major calls. One of them is Ramadan. And Ramadan is for Him. Ramadan is a purification of your nafsikun. An opportunity to burn. That's why it's the fire, siyam, to burn away all the impurities. See, fire purifies. It takes life too, but it also purifies. It gets rid of bacteria. It cleanses away emotions. It cleanses away anger. We have anger in us. We have jealousy in us. That's bacteria. We have hypocrisy in us. That's bacteria. We have arrogance in us. That's bacteria. Jealousy. All those greed. All those things are purified in Ramadan. Allahu Akbar. So, we ask you to think about your Ramadan, which is approaching to you. The Ramadan is very, very important to you and to humanity. We should read the Quran more objectively. And when we read the Quran, we should read the Quran for comprehension, not for speed. It's not how fast you read the juice. That's not what it's about. It's about comprehension of it. I would rather read one ayah, one verse, and get comprehension than to read 10 surahs. I have nothing. I walk away empty. The reading of the Quran is your meal. The words of the Quran is your meal in Ramadan. That's what you're consuming. You're eating God's word. That's why they had the term break bread. It's not talking about bread. In fact, if you look at the word bread, if you're going to be, you got read. That's etymology. Look at 2 words. Don't just look at words. Look into the composition of the word that you're reading, and you'll get the nutrients out of the word. Allahu Akbar. So Ramadan is about you consuming Allah's kitab, His words. And if we do that with the right heart and the right spirit, I guarantee you, I'll bear witness, Allah will bless us. He will bless the masjid to get better. He will bless you to be a better person than you were before you started Ramadan. And understand this, 30 days is been scientifically proven as an opportunity to get rid of bad habits. It's a fact. We formulate habits between 20 and 30 days, and then they become part of your makeup. You don't even think about it, you just do it. Because it goes to the subconscious now. We can reprogram our habits, and the human being is a creature of habits. All of us have habits. We operate automatically. We don't even think about it, we just do it. Because it's become part of your thinking, your psyche. But Ramadan can help you to reprogram your habits. That's the beauty of it. So Allah says, He said in the Quran, as I said in the beginning, He said, Ya ladina amanu kutiba alaykumus kutiba alladina min qablikum la tattaqun. O you who believe, fasting is prescribed. Pre means before, scribe means writing. So somebody, before Allah created us, He knew Ramadan. We were going to be on Ramadan before we even created. See, Allah is al-Basir. He sees in the beginning and He sees the end of everything. It was prescribed to those before you that you may learn tattaqun, self-restraint. That's the problem with the human being. We don't have self-restraint. Shaitan knows that, and he's having a field day. He's been having a field day ever since Adam was created. That's your weakness. He knows that, so he plays you. So we can take Shaitan out of our life for 30 days in the tattaqun. In fact, the hadith of Allah, of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that Shaitan is in jail. He's chained. You can read this for yourself. The Satan is in prison for 30 days. Not a physical prison, a psychological prison. You put him in prison. If you obey Allah, the jinn in you is chained. You put him in there. Ain't that something? Not Allah, you did it. With the help of Allah. Everything is with Allah's help. But because of the fact that you took a position that, hey, I'm going to keep this discipline for 30 days, you checked your jinn. You got the power. And Muhammad ﷺ, he knew that. Satan knows that. He knows he ain't got no power over you other than what you give him. Assalamu alaikum. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.